I'm Angelo George. I'm a cave explorer. The entrance of the cave is is at the contact of the Moortown Formation, which is a sandstone, and the Paoli, which is a limestone, and we're looking at upper part of Middle Mississippian time period, and immediately breaks into the upper St. Genevieve limestone, and most of the cave is contained within the St. Genevieve itself. So a very massive bedded carbonate rock, and the passages in the cave tend to follow certain beds of limestone, and there's a very fossiliferous zone with huge coral heads of Lithostocinella harmodites in the ceiling and also on the walls, and in the whole part of the upper level of Big Bad follows this one stratigraphic horizon everywhere in the cave. The cave does not penetrate the St. Louis limestone. We have to go way out on the Sinkhole Plain to something like Webster Cave, and now we're in the St. Louis, and that's at a lower horizon than the St. Genevieve or the Paoli at the top. The sample / Moortown is right at the top of the Paoli. Now, there's a fossilized river channel that cuts south of where Big Bad is located, and this is called the Bethel Channel. And this is a upper Mississippian river channel that's been infilled with sandstone for the channel part itself, but then when you go up into the top of the channel, the stream channel gets very wide. You get all these shales and intercalated with sandstone stringers, and so for Big Bad, you've got all this sandstone and shale on top of the cave, and there's at least 170 feet of it that goes up to land surface. So, but you go southeast of the Bethel Channel, and here you don't have the upper layers of shale and sandstone. It's very thin. So you've got the Beaver Bend limestone sitting conformably over the Paoli.
Yeah. And then the Beaver Bend goes down to Mammoth.
It goes to Mammoth, and they call that the Joppa Formation, because that encompasses everything from the Paoli on up to the Big Clifty.
Joppa Ridge.
Yeah.
Now, how does this channel affect the formation or the drainage of Big Bad? I mean, I know that it has to influence it.
Well, what the channel does is limit the vertical distribution of the cave itself, and by doing so, we don't exactly have an analogous comparison between Big Bad and, say, Mammoth Cave, which doesn't have these stratigraphic impediments. So the channel itself, it acts as a groundwater divide, and that rainfall falling on the body of the channel itself, you get runoff And so the sandstone itself doesn't really give a lot of chemicals in solution to flowing water from the rainfall effect. But once it hits the limestone through sinkholes, for example, that penetrate into the top of the paoli, the water is very, very aggressive and is able to really carve out some really, really nice caves.